How to build your brand. Listen, first of all, like and share this video, subscribe. How to build your brand. You see, back when I started making music, I mean, you could have like a CD with like 10 songs on it, and you could meet the artist or meet the label exec outside the studio and play it for him, and then you had a chance to get your music where it needed to be. These days, it's not like that. You see, those days, it wasn't a lot of free music out here, and the internet and streaming changed everything. So, but that's not a bad thing because streaming these days actually make it easier for you. Why? Well, because while we think people are not buying music, people are still buying music, but what you have to do when you're beginning, when you're starting off, you gotta flood your music everywhere. You gotta, if you wanna brand yourself, you gotta have a good, decent image, first of all. And then you wanna flood your music everywhere. Flood your music everywhere. Like your music should be all over social media. Your music should be all over the blogs. Your music should be all over, DJs should know about your music. People everywhere should know about your music. And you should be putting out mixtapes. You should be putting out EPs. You should be, and it would make it easier to do all of this if you had your own studio set up. But if you don't, you should still be putting out more content, new music all the time. Look at what the major artists are doing. Like an artist like Future. Future's putting out new music all the time. Young Mas, he's putting out music all the time. Chris Brown, these people are putting out music all the time. And what it's doing is it's keeping their name and their brand in people's faces. You see, up front, it doesn't matter if you sell the music up front. I know we all do this because we want to make money, but the brand power is more important. Because if you have 20 million streams somewhere, people are paying attention. People are paying attention, and that's actually another way to have labels come and find you. You see, your motive shouldn't be, how do I get signed? Your motive should really be, how can I brand myself and spread my music and my message around so people know that I'm the person that they need to work with, that I'm the person they need to listen to, that I'm the person that they need to buy music from. See, if you could spread your brand around, especially around the internet, every artist, you look up every artist right now, and you can see and find free music everywhere. Everywhere. Free music is not a bad thing. Hell, you can even do songs with one verse on it. One verse and a hook. Just to get people's attention. A 1 minute song. If I was an artist, I would be doing like 1 minute songs where I'm just giving them a verse and a hook, and then I'll cut the song off, and this song will always lead into the next song. So what I'm doing is I'm establishing a story, right? You remember R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, right? Now, when he came out with that, that was such a huge, he got a huge buzz from that. Why? Because he told a story in that song. And when you listen to the last one, you knew that the next one is going to tell a new story. So it pulled people in. See, sometimes you got to sit back and you got to think, how can I do something like that? You don't have to do Trapped in the Closet Part 5 or none of that, but you have to figure out ways to brand yourself and put your music out there that draws people in, that makes them want to hear more, that makes them want to buy, that makes them want to become a fan of yours. Because if you're not doing that and you're only depending on getting signed, then it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough because, it's difficult to get signed to a major record label without doing the legwork, without doing the footwork, and especially if you're a one-man team, a one-woman team. It's difficult. It's not easy. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. That does not mean you can't do it. You just got to get creative. You got to sit down. You got to think. I say 1 minute songs, a verse, a hook, cut it off. And keep putting out 1 minute songs. I promise you, nobody's doing that. Who's doing it? Who's doing it? This is 2018 at the time of me creating this video, and you got to figure out different ways to stand out, different ways to draw people in. And I promise you, if you do that, your music and your brand will get out farther than you personally can even get around. So, this is Kevin Barnes signing off. Make sure you click the link below, get your free beat. Peace.